Hey everybody, JokerFett here with another video, and this time I'm doing something different, a new idea that I've gotten, kind of where I just take some time to just sit down and talk about collecting, what I collect, things that are happening in the figure world, I guess you could say, the toy world, and just discuss and give my opinion on things, stuff like that. And not sure what I'm going to call this series yet. Of course, if you're hearing this, then I probably have already created some kind of snappy name, which I hope it's snappy. I don't know, it might suck. Tell me in the comment section below if the title to this video sucks, please. Okay, so anyway, to get things underway, I just wanted to do, well, very quickly before I start, I just checked that my YouTube page, and I've gotten like 4 or 5 more subscribers since I checked last night, so that's awesome. I'm at 73 subscribers right now, getting closer and closer to that 100 subscriber mile mark, getting more people to watch my videos and stuff, and it's very exciting. And I've checked, got 35,000 video views in the past month, which is also epic. And so I just want to thank you guys for subscribing, for watching these videos and stuff, and just thanks for, being there with me through this whole experience. And so anyway, after I got that out of the way, my topic today for this video is going to be the Star Wars Vintage Collection. And not anything too specific, I guess. I'm just going to kind of give you my opinion on it, and tell you what I think of the Vintage Collection hiatus that's coming in the future, and stuff like that. And so the Vintage Collection, for some of you guys who might not know, is going on a hiatus. Like I said, this year is going to be the final year for it. And then Hasbro's gonna have the Build-A-Droid line come back next year. Which, that kind of sucks, honestly, in my opinion. The Vintage Collection has been the absolute best Star Wars figures that Hasbro's ever made, and probably some of the best figures Hasbro's ever made. The detail, the quality, and just all amazing, honestly. I mean, my favorite Star Wars figure line of all time, absolutely. And it's sad to see it go. Hopefully the Build-A-Droid line will be just as good. I don't know, I am cautiously optimistic about the Build-A-Droid line right now. I can't really remember a whole lot of the one they had a few years ago. I don't really remember which figures were in it. I know that I have some of them because I have like a pretty much complete R2 unit. But they were pretty good figures, if I remember so, but the Vintage Collection, it was just amazing. And the thing that probably added to that was the amazing packaging also, it kind of made me want to not open up my figures because they just look so amazing carded. So just really awesome stuff. And speaking of the Vintage Collection, I saw today, I was looking on Amazon.com, actually I first saw it last night. That's why I ordered one figure. That Amazon now has it available for pre-order, the next wave of the Vintage Collection. I think that might be the last wave, not sure. But it's got the Old Republic Trooper, Royal Guard, Nyen Nyum, Nyen Nyum, blah blah. Yeah, so, who else is in there? There's an Ewok, I forget which one. But, some very awesome looking stuff. I pre-ordered the Old Republic Trooper last night because I have no clue how fast these guys are going to sell. If you've been collecting the Vintage Collection, then you know that Darth Malgus and Shae Vizsla are like impossible to find right now. The Old Republic figures are really, really, really popular. It seems like expanded universe figures in general are scarce right now. I'm not sure if Darth Malgus and Shae Vizsla have even hit store shelves yet. I was lucky and I was able to get them on Amazon for the short time that they were available for a good price. because it was crazy. I was like about to order the figures, and then all of a sudden, they were just like, oh, we're out of stock. The next buying option is $30 from the seller and wherever and stuff. And it was crazy, and I felt like I was on eBay. I was like refresh, and so I was eventually able to catch. It was Darth Maul. It was Shea Vizsla. Excuse me. It was Shea Vizsla. She was the first figure that I was able to get. Amazon got her back in stock, and so I snatched her up real quickly, and then like 10 minutes later I checked the page, she was out of stock again, so whew, lucky break. And then it might have been like the next day, a couple days after that, I'm not sure what, but I was able to get Darth Maul, and it was the same situation, refresh page, get it before it's gone, and then like 5 minutes it's already gone, which I think probably a lot of people probably just want to get their hands on this figure, and I don't know how many second-hand buyers there are out there, wanting to snatch it up so they can sell it for the crazy inflated prices, like $30 a figure. But yeah, crazy stuff. And so that's why I was definitely wanting to just go ahead and get that Old Republic Trooper. And it says that Amazon says they're not going to get the figures in stock until November 30th, and the estimated arrival date at my house is December 4th. So yeah, it's going to be a while before I get these figures. But I think in Amazon, if you guys buy off Amazon, then you know that they sell when Amazon actually sells it, not through a seller though, they sell their figures. It's like $13 a figure, which that's a little bit more than buying it like Walmart or Target. But it's pretty close to the same when you include taxes. But I just like to buy off Amazon, because I have a, kind of the peace of mind that I know that I'm going to be able to get this figure, and it's not just kind of up in the wind, oh, am I going to be able to find it at this store, oh, it's not here, I need to go to a store across town and see if they have it and stuff. And I just really don't enjoy doing that, it feels great when you find it in the store, if you guys can relate to that, and you feel great, but you also feel 10 times worse when you go to the store and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this figure, oh, it's not there, and so that sucks. But anyway, like I said, if you want to buy the next wave of the vintage collection, I definitely recommend going to Amazon.com and getting it pre-ordered now, so you don't have to worry about the hassle of not being able to find it during the Christmas season, which is crazy stuff. And so yeah, I pre-ordered the Old Republic Trooper last night, and today I pre-ordered the Imperial Guard, Royal Guard, whatever you want to call them, and it just looks really awesome. You can never have too many Royal Guards. That's just like the basic rule with all Imperials. You can never have too many. And the Old Republic Trooper looks really nice as well. It's based off of the one you see in the cinematic trailers for the Old Republic game, which you guys should go check them out because they're awesome. Even if you could care less about the game, watch the trailers because they are amazing looking. And nothing like the actual game. But anyway, so yeah, just that's pretty much that for that bit of news. But yeah, the whole vintage collection going away. I guess it's been a good run, We've had a decent, I guess it was kind of 3 years now. I think it was 3 years. Has it been 3 years? Not really sure. I think it started in 2010 was when the vintage collection first came along. And, it just blew me away a lot better, especially like comparing, if you go to the store and you buy a vintage collection figure and compare it next to a Clone Wars figure, it just blows them out of the water. It really does. And so, it's sad to see him go. We've gotten really great tons of great new figures from the vintage collection. Characters that have never had figures before, and characters that haven't had updates in like 15 years. Like if you saw my my last soapbox video that I did, I have the Admiral Akbar figure, and I don't think that he's had a figure update since Power of the Force line, like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. And so it's very nice to have an update of those old figures, and they just look amazing. Great articulation, great sculpt, great paint, and stuff. But it kind of leaves me wondering about what could have been you know, if Hasbro decided not to put it on hiatus, you notice I'm saying hiatus, because I'm not saying that, oh, this is canceled and they're bringing the Vintage Collection back. Because if you pay attention to Hasbro, they're kind of tricky with what they do with their Star Wars lines. They like to kind of cycle out a kind of look or a gimmick and then bring it back in a couple years, 3 years or something. Like the Vintage Original Trilogy Collection, they also had the same, you know, look as the Vintage Collection, you know, the vintage card backs and stuff. And then that went on hiatus, and that was like 2006 when it was last available, 2007 maybe, and then, you know, it came back in 2010, similar to how the Build-A-Droids went away around the same time that the Vintage Collection showed up, and now they're coming back. So I guess we might have to wait a couple more years until we see more Vintage Collection figures, or whatever they decide to rename it, since they like to tweak the name a little bit. It's like, it's the Vintage Original Trilogy Collection, now it's the Saga Collection, now it's the Vintage Collection. It's like, why don't you just keep one name? My goodness. But, like I said, some possibilities what could have been, you know, I would have loved to have seen them continuing their expanded universe figures, especially, I guess that Hasbro's kind of run out of figures to do from the movie, so they started to delve into the expanded universe. Like in the same, like, obviously we got Darth Malgus and Shae Vizsla, we also got a Star Killer, you know, and I was thinking, like, it would have been awesome to see waves based off certain expanded universe events. Especially, let me see, I would have loved to seen a Shadows of the Empire wave. That would have been awesome. You know, Prince Zizor, Izor, I don't know. How do you pronounce his name? But, anyway. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome. I love that. Shadows of the Empire is awesome, if you guys haven't checked it out. But, Prince Zizor or whatever, would have been awesome to see a new Dash Rendar. We haven't seen Dash Rendar since the Shadows of the Empire toy line, which was like, what, it was 1996? So he desperately needs a new figure. And, you know, we could also do, you know, versions of characters we all know and love, like, what was Chewbacca's bounty hunter disguise in the Shadows of the Empire comic. I forget what the name of the deceased bounty hunter was, or whatever, that they took his disguise. And they could have, you know, repacked Prince Zizor from the comic pack version. And, you know, so yeah, stuff like that. And I would have thought that would be great material for figures, but I could see Hasbro, you know, they don't want to do that because, you know, they're not really exactly super popular amongst, you know, because as much as, you know, there are tons of adult collectors out there, you know, I mean, people that don't play with their toys and stuff, but Hasbro, you know, their main audience is still, you know, kids, of course. You know, the kids want Star Wars toys, and kids typically want, you know, characters that they see on TV and on the movies and stuff, and, you know, not in characters from 300-page novels, because, you know, kids aren't going to be reading that stuff, so they don't really care about those figures. So, that would have been a nice service to the grown-up collectors and stuff, but, oh well. And, yes, that's pretty much it. I know that, talking, I guess, kind of continue the subject into the build droid, that their first lines are going to be predominantly Attack of the Clones figures, similar to what what would they call it? Discover the Force figures were for episode 1 this past spring. They're, you know, they want to make more figures of the movie that's being re-released in 3D. And, yeah, Attack of the Clones, maybe we'll get some more cool Clone Trooper figures. I'm not a huge prequel trilogy collector, you know. I love the clones, though. I love clone figures. Especially, you know, new variants, you know, if they have a new paint scheme, something like that. And, I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff, sorry guys. But, it'd be really cool if we saw some more ARC Troopers also. I'm not sure if they're going to make that. But using the Captain Fordo mold that they released for the Vintage Collection and just make, you know, some blue blue armored ARC troopers and stuff. That'd be awesome, because the Captain Fordo figure is just amazing. But anyway, I'm digressing. And so, we're going to see a new Padme, a new Episode 2 Anakin and stuff like that. Episode 2 Obi-Wan, Count Dooku, I'm sure. I'm just, throwing this out there. I don't know what they're actually making. I'm sure we're going to see a Jango Fett again, which they're probably just going to use the same mold that they used for the Vintage Collection, I'd assume. But, yeah, then after that, I don't think they really announced anything. But I hope that it's still, high quality stuff. It tends that Hasbro seems to have two types of Star Wars figures. They have their kiddie Star Wars figures, which is the Clone Wars line, which, I don't really care for the Clone Wars figures. They're just kind of crap in my opinion, sorry. If you collect Star Wars, Clone Wars figures out there, then sorry, but I just don't really care for them. They're cheaper quality, they don't look as nice, and they've got those kind of action feature gimmicks, like, firing rocket ability and stuff like that. But, and then they also, on the other hand, they have their higher quality figures, which usually cost a couple bucks more, which, in this case was the Vintage Collection, and will continue on in the, Volta Droid Collection. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I think I've said everything that I want to say. As far as what figures I'm looking out for right now, or what figures that I want to get in the future, like I already told you guys about the Old Republic Trooper and Royal Guard. I'm definitely on the lookout for the Vintage Collection ATST. I do not have a ATST that uses the new mold that came out 2010. So I really want to get my hands on that. But the thing, it's a Kmart exclusive. Why do they have to give the good exclusives to Kmart? But, like I said in my Star Wars pickups video, I did go searching for it. I did not find it, but I did find a B-Wing for 50% off, which was awesome, so that made my day. But, and the prices online for the ATSD are so inflated right now. But hopefully they'll go down in the future, in the coming weeks, once more Kmarts get the ATST in stock. And so if I can find it online for a reasonable price, I'll get there. But if I really have to, I'll go to Kmart again. I just don't really like Kmart that much. But that's about it for what things I'm looking at as far as Star Wars goes. And yeah. So, if you've been listening this whole time, thank you for watching and listening, I guess, since this is more of kind of a podcast, since you don't actually see me, you just hear me. But, I'll have some stuff displayed on the screen for you, which I don't know what yet, because I am recording this right now. And I am kind of sending this message to my future self, so, put some good stuff on the screen, May. I mean, come on. So, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching as always, guys. This is Joker Fett signing out. Bye.